Okay, so today we're working specifically with Tenjin Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. Out of the 7 traditions, there are 7 Ryuha. One of them is Tenjin Ryu Jiu-Jitsu, means School of the Heavenly Divine. Today, out of Tenjin Ryu, we're going to be working on a specific set of skills, which we call Komuch, or combative grappling. The way that we do grappling doesn't, even though from someone who isn't trained in what we do, if someone was to watch it, you would think that it is the same as like MMA or sport jiu-jitsu or sport judo or something like that. It's not. We do things that don't work in that arena, and you guys will be tested on that as well. So I'm going to give you guys an example of the things that we do on the ground that you don't really see in like the UFC or sport judo, sport jiu-jitsu. I'm going to give you guys knives, you know. I believe in self-defense. I have a hard time believing any one of you guys want to just go grapple around and try to lock somebody out in the world of self-defense. I think if you're down there, they're going to have a knife, or you're going to have a knife. So we'll be doing it with knives, multiple attackers, sticks. I'll be standing up and throwing punching and kicks to whoever's on the ground. So you'll have outside energy coming in. So even though you might be grappling with your training partner, I'll be walking around with sticks, smacking both of you guys with sticks as you're doing it. Because the reality of it is, if you're on the ground and you might be protecting yourself against someone or fighting someone, that doesn't necessarily mean that their best friend don't come up and kick your head into the curb. And those are the kind of things that I try to implement into the Keiko so that you guys can be aware of the situation. Situational awareness is the #1 key when it comes to ground fighting in its idea with Goshin Jutsu. Goshin Jutsu means self-defense or real self-defense. You guys need to look at grappling for what it is. And anybody who's into sport martial art and they're watching this video, they would 100% disagree with me right off the top for the next thing that I'm getting ready to say, but I just believe it to be true. Grappling is similar to a sand wedge in golf. You know, you get your driver to drive it down there, you have your little, you know, you putt, you chip, you do all those kind of things, you have all these different irons and woods. No golfer wants to put the fucking ball in the sand. There isn't a golfer alive that's going to say, let me just drive it into the sand bunker so I can get my sand wedge and get myself out of that shitty situation. Nobody does that. That's how grappling is. We're going to go outside and I make everyone do rolls on the freaking street, and you're going to do a couple lock drills in the street, and I'm going to show you why just doing the drills alone you're going to get banged up because your joints are going to hammer onto the fucking asphalt and concrete. It hurts like shit. Yes, you will be grappling. Yes, you will do randori. Yes, you're going to look for Kensetsu Wasa, which is joint locking manipulation, or choking, and things like that. We are going to do that, but we're going to do many things as well, okay? You're working on a skill that you never want to get to. The last thing you ever want to do is go to the ground. It's like a sand bunker in golf. You do not want to get there. But if you drive the ball into the sand, you want to have the skills or the correct tools to get yourself out of that shitty situation. That's what grappling is. If you're on the ground and you have to protect your life and the person on top has a knife, they're not going to try, and they're trying to shank you to death. They're not going to try to lock you out. They're not going to try to choke you out. They're going to try to kill you. So when we're practicing today, do not lose the correct mentality of training, because we're not doing this to be sport jiu-jitsu martial artists. We're doing this to have the skills necessary to get ourselves out of a shitty situation and to protect ourselves. That's what we're doing it for.